and welcome to the first episode of Tea with Jade. Today on Tea with Jade, we're going to be talking about why I stream on Twitch, why I choose to stream the creative process and everything that goes into it on Twitch, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm expanding into YouTube and venturing out into that. So before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about the title of this segment. So when my editor and I were coming up with ideas for what to kind of call the vlog series that I wanted to do for the Paint with Jade YouTube channel, we were throwing names back and forth like Tea Talk and Talk with Jade and Tea with Jade, and Tea with Jade ended up sticking because I don't know if you guys know this. So this was a fun fact for me because I didn't know this before. But to have tea with someone actually is also a slang term for saying that you're going to like gossip with them, or like if you're gonna go have tea with someone, it's also to like, you know, to dish. It's also to gossip, really. And so apparently that comes from like the old, or not the old, but it comes from like Southern ladies, basically. Always having their sweet tea and the gossips. So I thought that was really interesting. That's hot like fire. I just tried to take a sip right now and it's so hot. But yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about why Twitch, essentially. Because it does seem kind of like a strange platform as an artist. There is a lot of backseat arting that goes on. Typically in the artistic process, you know, it is a very solitary experience. Like, it's a very individual kind of task where, you know, you create something from your mind or your heart or wherever, and, you know, and you're putting that to paper or to digital or whatever. Because of that, it can be really, really personal, and it can be sometimes like a really sensitive piece for some people. So to then say, hey, okay, I'm gonna do this in front of an audience, an anonymous audience, mind you, it can be scary. It can be really scary because, like I said, there is a lot of backseat arting. There's always someone who knows more than you and knows better than you and wants you to know that they know. Just as much as there are people that are, you know, maybe less skilled, and, you know, think you're the bee's knees. It's a great place to find similar minds. That's one of the reasons I really love Twitch, is the community that you build and that you create does kind of end up reflecting you as like the streamer quite a bit. And so you kind of end up forming this friendship with a large number of people, and it's really rewarding. The backseat artists and stuff kind of come and go. I categorize them with trolls, if I'm being honest. I understand that advice may be coming from a good place, but regardless of intention, unsolicited advice is always going to be just that, unsolicited. But having said that, one of the things I really like about streaming on Twitch is that if I do have, a problem with my artwork, like whatever I'm working on, if I don't really know what the next step should be, or if I kind of have an issue with what I'm looking at right now, it's pretty freaking awesome to be able to just kind of say, hey chat, like, hey, okay, I need an opinion, or like someone, make this decision for me, because I don't know, like when it comes to colors and stuff, sometimes I'll be like, should she have like red hair or black hair or whatever, and it's nice kind of getting that immediate feedback from that anonymous audience. One of the things that that I will say about streaming on Twitch as an artist, I have noticed that recently there are a lot more. There are a lot more artists, which is both good and bad. It's great because that also means that Twitch is growing. It means that Twitch is getting bigger. Larger audience means more streamers, obviously, that's fine. What it does mean is that it is a lot harder to kind of be discovered and be found and build that community. I think it will take a little bit longer than in the past for some people. However, it is a kind of silver lining, because now, okay, I understand, the art community, I think, on Twitch is very, very new to a lot of people, and I think that's also why it is kind of booming right now, and why it does feel so saturated, is because, the novelty. But what I'm hoping kind of comes from that is that the community will expand rapidly. There will be a lot of people finding out about Twitch and about, what it can do, and what, the value is of it. But hopefully what'll happen is it'll die down, obviously, the novelty will wear off and it'll die down, but what we'll be left with is hopefully a larger community than what we have now, and full of people who actually are interested and want to be there. I'm not saying that people don't want to be there right now. I'm just saying that there's probably a lot of it is kind of like a novelty curiosity kind of thing of it right now. But it's exciting. It's really exciting to see it happen in real time, I guess, to watch the Big Bang, I guess. Now, with it growing, and I did mention the discoverability, I'm going to be totally candid with you guys here, and you can pretty much always expect me to be so. Discoverability is a lot harder, and it is kind of difficult, especially if you don't have pre-existing following from somewhere else. I know that there are a lot of art streamers, for example, who had large followings on ArtStation, or had large followings on DeviantArt, or Instagram, or whatever. And because of that, they're able to, kind of take a relatively large viewer base and start with that, which is awesome, and totally deserved. But what that then does for people who are just starting on Twitch and only Twitch and don't really have much of a presence anywhere else, is that when you are on Twitch and you are browsing, it lists all of the streams in order of most popular. So whichever stream has the most viewers is always going to be at the top. So if you have no viewer base, if you are starting from ground zero and you don't really have much of a presence anywhere, it's gonna be difficult. It is gonna be challenging, and I've been fortunate or lucky enough to kind of build up a community through Twitch, and basically only Twitch. I did have an Instagram before, but admittedly, like, fewer than 1,000 followers. Like, I have a Twitter. Like, I have social media, but like I wasn't really using it, and I wasn't really taking art seriously yet. So I basically started with from ground zero with nothing. And I mean, granted, like, my approach to Twitch, and this will have to be like a whole separate video, but my approach to Twitch wasn't necessarily for a job. I just wanted to, I wanted to be social. And it kind of evolved. And like turned into my full-time job, which I'm so grateful for, and like stunned every day when I wake up and I'm like, it's not a dream. Like, this is real. But so, because I kind of don't really have much of a presence anywhere, I wanted to change that in 2019, and I wanted to start with YouTube. And YouTube is a beast. YouTube is something that I have always wanted to do, but kind of never felt like it was a realistic, attainable goal for me, especially because streaming is so involved, and it really does take up a lot of time. If you are a full-time streamer and content creator, oh my heavens, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. You are literally working like 24/7. Excuse me. And I mean, like I said, I love my job. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But it is a lot of work. So one of the things that enabled me to expand onto YouTube was actually hiring an editor. What that allowed me to do is focus more on content creation and the actual like quality of the product. Because I mean, truthfully, like, I've done video editing before. I went to a high school for the arts where I took film as a minor, as an elective, and honestly, it sucks. I don't like video editing. I really don't like video editing. It feels like homework to me. And there's something about editing, like, your own video that it's, I don't know, like, you just start second guessing, like, everything that you do, and, like, you start, I don't know, like, doubting all of your mannerisms, and, like, it's it's not the most pleasant experience. So I wanted to have someone capable of handling that for me, so that I could focus more on the actual content of the videos. Now, having said that, if you guys do have any ideas or suggestions or, requests for future videos that you want to see, or content that you'd like to see from me, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. You can also let me know on Discord or Twitter or Instagram. I'm generally really responsive. Although I will say Instagram and Discord are like my most responsive of the the social medias. But yeah, so by getting someone capable of editing and not just like slapping 2 clips together, but with like limited direction from me, being able to like produce something good, I've decided to explore that impossibility, or that idea that I thought was impossible. Because truthfully, YouTube has been something that has always interested me, even before I ever picked up a paintbrush, even before I ever started streaming on Twitch. I was just really interested in it. I mean, like I said, I went to a high school for the arts. I actually went for theater. So I've always kind of been interested in, you know, the creative process and producing things and, you know, entertainment. And maybe one day I will show some of the videos that I made in high school. But until then, I'm really, really, really excited about the opportunity to expand my brand onto another social media platform, but also have the opportunity to grow the community even more. I did mention that one of the reasons why I first started streaming on Twitch was to be more social. That's kind of one of the reasons that I'm expanding onto YouTube, is because I want to hear from you guys. I want to, you know, develop a relationship, and I want to, you know, form that community and that kind of bond that that social media has been able to grant us. We're living in a time where you can, you know, access anything instantly, information, each other. It's pretty freaking amazeballs if you think about it. Yeah, there's plenty of negatives and everything that go along with social media, as I'm sure plenty of people have experienced and can vouch for, myself included. But depending on how you utilize it, I think social media is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful tool. And I'd like to use it to meet more people and to be able to share my artwork and, you know, share my message, whatever it is for that video or for that art piece, with you. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Tea with Jade, the first of hopefully many episodes to come. Let me know what you think in the comments, and please like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little bell so that you'll be notified whenever new content comes available. Till next time, my friends, and I hope you have a wonderful today and an even better tomorrow.